and the programming is deprogramming, right? What the programming we trying to get you to understand is how to deprogram, right? How to detach, how to be able to get understanding of the matrix from a different perspective, from a different vantage point. Now, a vantage point is a degree in which you're seeing things, right? And so when we go to college, we get degrees, and an associate's degree is a degree of knowledge for a particular subject matter. You maybe have the 45 angle degree as an associate, and then when you become a bachelor, you may have the right angle, and when you become a master, you may have the 180 degree, and when you become the PhD or the doctorate, you may have the 360 degree perspective on the subject matter. And so what we're teaching you today, and what we've been teaching you for months on end, is how to graduate through life and mature enough to get to this all-seeing eye perspective, to get to your bird's eye view perspective, to get to your 360 degree, to get the PhD out of life. You guys keep tapping, I'm gonna keep talking. Let's get us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. You keep talking, you keep tapping, I'll keep talking. And we're gonna teach you step by step, changing the world, person by person, while the owner's manual is the best natural-based health assessment on the planet. And we don't need to prick you, prod you, poke you. We don't need your blood type, blood sample. We don't need your hair sample or stool sample. All we need is your birthday, because your birthday holds the longest information on you. And you need to know your nature in order to know how to flow with nature. And that's what the owner's manual has ever been about and will always be about. And the sad thing about this, you guys, is that we are always neglectful of our health. Yeah, we finna get started now. We got 1,000 likes in. Go tell somebody to go tell somebody, he on. And the thing is that what you don't know is when you're in good health, that's silent. Health is silent when it's working. The only time you unhealthy is because pain is the alarm. But pain is the alarm, not the baseline. The human body is designed to compensate. And it can do it quietly for long periods of time. You have situations where your organs adapt to what you're doing. Your hormones help you buffer the stress. Your fascia continues to redistribute the tension. The nervous system continues to remobilize the overload. So when you're in good health, it feels invisible, because good health is silent. And humans are event-driven, not maintenance-driven. So we respond to symptoms more than we respond to systems. Let me repeat that. We respond to symptoms way more than we respond to systems. Now ask yourself, man, because you ain't gonna say nothing or do nothing really about your until pain appears. Let's keep it real. Until then, your mind assumes you fine. Come on, somebody. Keep tapping, I'm gonna keep talking. Until then, you're gonna be walking around here talking about some I'm fine. Okay? We know that to be true. Right? We know that to be true. System is always going to prioritize survival, not longevity. And so you got to know your biology. And biology ranking system. And biology ranks priorities like this. Either you can have, and if you got an immediate survival, then that's what it's going to tend to first, right? Immediate survival. You guys keep tapping, I'm going to keep talking. Immediate survival is what your nervous system is going to tend to first. If that's not the case, then if you're looking for social belonging, okay, social belonging is going to be something that is going to also prioritize, all right? And then if you don't want that, then status, right? Your status in life, right? Everybody is on this classism these days. So your status or your productivity in life is going to be very important to you because the nervous system ranks these as priorities in your life, okay? And then number 4, your nervous system is going to be talking about meaning, okay? It's going to attend to the meaning in life as well, right? And then the last one on the list that your nervous system or you is thinking about is your health. Long term, right? That's how most of us are trained up to go. And so because health is a long game signal, while we have money and we have work deadlines and we have relationships issues and things that we got to do, and we have survival stress, those are the short game threats. And so you'll find that most of us ignore our health. And this is the reason why we wait to the last minute. The body. And your nervous system is saying, hey, I'll deal with the health later. Right now, we need to just get through what's going on. We need to get through today. And this is not like your nervous system is stupid. It's ancient wiring from the old world in a modern world. And so you don't really understand that you are an ancient relic, an ancient technology that you got to be able to cipher through from an ancient understanding. Yeah, you're born in a modern world, but you're old antique. You're antique, having to deal with new world things. And modern life can disconnect us from cause and effect. See, nature is very simple. In nature, poor habits, you get an immediate feedback. Like if you do something wrong, if you eat the wrong berry, touch the wrong leaf, whatever it is, you're going to get immediate feedback. That's how nature treats you. If you ain't got no water, you thirsty. If you miss rest, then you're going to be tired. That's just nature. It's straight up and down. But modern life, this is why we wait. Because modern life has compensated the consequences. And so coffee replaces your sleep. Sugar replaces your energy. Come on, somebody. Let's talk about it. Why do we wait until the last reception and communication with thyself? But modern culture trains us in days. And when you get this compensation, the body's warning signals get muted. And then humans can no longer feel the alarms. And this will cost you later. Until later arrives. Health requires your presence. And presence is a rare thing. Because you are trained to need a mediator, a meditator, a medicine. You're trained that you need the medi to your body. Subtle shifts in your health. It requires you to track your rhythms. It requires you to honor your cycles. But the modern culture views all of this stuff that I'm talking about as a distraction, disassociation. Overworking and overstimulating is what they're trying to feed you. And they train you to be distracted, disassociated, overworked. How you gonna be present? How you gonna be present? Somebody right now put in the emotional processing and rhythmic living and rest and all that type of stuff. That ain't what your society. Yeah, let's talk about interfere or interrupt your little identity you trying to live with. You don't care nothing about it. And so illness then becomes the only socially accepted reason that you even slow down. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why you want us to keep you living for? Because you don't fear losing your health. You've never feared losing your health. All you ever feared was losing your identity. Because for your illness, you were saying that you was your job and that you know your role, and identity collapse. Time slows down. Priorities begin to reorder all of a sudden. See, health becomes important only when your identity is threatened. That's why you're waiting. See, that's why you're waiting, young people. See, it ain't stopped you from the bag yet. It ain't stopped you from what you're doing yet. And so you just keep pressing the gas. And then pain becomes the only language that people are taught to respect. And then you show these little subtle signals, your spouse, but do you know thyself? Do you study out here trying to teach somebody about this thing externally? But what about you? Teaching you about you. What about you? Teaching you about you. Right? Put that in the chat. That pain is the body raising its voice. Pain is the body's raising its voice. And it was designed for a particular type of survival that you're just not in today. Your body didn't evolve. Your today. So the nervous system is always in a debauchery. Am I safe right now? If not, I stay in fight or flight. But the modern situation, instead of you suffering the consequences, this compensation is tricking your body. So now we start to trade sleep for caffeine. Now we start to trade rest for productivity. Now we start to ignore signals until we can't no more. And this thing is not a weakness, my brothers and sisters. It's not a weakness. And I don't want you to moment say, that's when the moment that people say, you know what? This came out of nowhere the whole time. And people wait because they are avoiding things because of their health awareness. And so they don't want to come on here, what's going on, Glow? They don't want to come on here and learn health awareness, right? They just want to buy products. Well, I got something for you. You can buy the product that educates you on yourself. And it's called the Owner's Manual. Because health requires your presence. And a lot of you guys are coming on here trying to act and trying to do something, but you need to show up first. Because health requires the presence. And presence requires the feeling. And when people slow down enough to listen to their bodies, they often can feel these things. They often can feel the tension because caring means feeling you don't want a part of it. Because you don't want to feel. It is how you recover. Health is how you process and one with nature. Your awareness about yourself is the delay. Social construct, even in your health, your body has been telling you certain cues and things. Are you a good communicator? Are you a good partner with thyself? Is it possible to low blood pressure? Oh, yes. Just go to the website, type in Vitality Blend Peggy. That's all you need. And a good diet, 30 blood pressure straight. Right? That's a small thing to a giant. Remember that health doesn't start with trying to fix something. It starts with being present, knowing your body. Okay? Blood vessels popped in the right and left eye this week. Yeah, it's because you too pressurized. Right? So we got what we're doing. That pituitary gland. Okay? You know, I don't take no cash out. McDonald's don't do cash out, so I don't do no cash out. No, you can't Venmo me. Burger King don't take no Venmo, so I treat me like an incorporation because that's what we use. HerbMan INC. Okay. But I want to ask you guys another question. How many of us only think about health when it hurts? There ain't no shame in that. Because again, we weren't taught to listen and to be able to understand our bodies in this way. You weren't taught to listen to the whispers of the body. Pain is not the beginning. Pain is the body raising its voice. You got to remember that. You got to remember the problems of the world, right? So the first thing you must understand is when you're looking at product, what is the problems, right? What is the problems of my daddy? Why would I purchase this? Well, you got to understand that when we keep looking for comments, but still impartiality. You know how many air fryer done bought, slow cookers my mama done bought, and you think it solves a problem, but its problem a lot of time is that most people don't know why they feel the way they feel. And what the owner's manual might do is take you from confusion to self-understanding. Likes. It gives you or the user a personal the person where they are when you're looking at the life lessons and the seasons and the transitions and the deacons. It tells the body, it tells the user what their body is prioritizing right now. It tells the repeating something. And the result of getting a person out of confusion to self-understanding is that the user of the manual stops asking the question of what's wrong with me. And it starts to transition to, oh, that's about me now. And we just keep beating ourselves down with life. So that's a problem. Confusion. The owner's manual will help you get some self-understanding, because you got to look at the 4 elements of life. The fire is the mental health. The earth is the physical. The air is the spiritual. Water is the emotional. Right? So this is mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and emotional. What is the all of the that's going to come in and destroy all of these things if you don't pay attention? It's going to be stress. Now, stress that thing until it becomes chronic. And so you got stress in your mental health. You got chronic stress in your physical health, chronic stressing in your spiritual health, and you chronically stressing out in your emotional health. So then, and what you're thinking, chronic stress in what you're eating, diet, chronic stress in how you're feeling, okay, and then chronic stress you're drinking. So you can be stressing the body out in all of these health departments of your life. And what we're trying to transition you from stressing your body out chronically. It's okay to have some acute stress in the body, in the areas. These are, but the chronic stress we are alleviating. So what you have to do is understand, why is it so much stress? Because humans store stress. We store it. And the owner's manual for that little funky measly $50, you how to every day subtly release the stress. Hold on, tick. Let me get the YouTube up real quick. You guys keep tapping. I'm gonna keep talking. You guys keep tapping, and I will keep on yapping. Okay. Another thing that the owner's manual does for us is help us, okay, with this problem, because it's creating the longevity culture. And you say, well, how your owner's manual is creating the longevity culture? Through stress prevention, not stress management. That's why it needs to be trickled down by youth. We don't need to be managing. That's too late. That's why we're waiting. But the owner's manual will help you with stress prevention. It's going to help you with rhythmic living. It's going to help you with emotional education and isolation to keep them waters flowing. It'll help you with your nervous system coherence so that you can regulate yourself. It's going to give you all of that cell-friendly understanding that you need for your cell. And the result of all that information is that your body is going to age slower. It's mode every day. Yourself, not about humans, about you. That's why your birthday is such an important thing. Okay? Because the manual is simply trying to teach humans how to live in their body the way that nature designed it, the way that nature intended, with timing and coherence and meaning. And that way healing becomes back natural again. If you're interested in the owner's manual, somebody be there. Somebody be there for you. So I want us to do a little something real quick, you guys. We're almost there. We're almost at 100. Okay, so we're going to be doing something, right? But I want to ask y'all something real simple, really quick before we get there. You keep tapping, I'll keep talking. I want to know something very important. When was the last time you actually felt okay in your body? Not excited, not distracted, but that you actually felt okay. Years. It's been a minute. Yeah. Yeah. A year ago. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, most humans don't feel unwell because they're broken. They feel unwell because inside of your body. Only thing you know is how to live outside of your body. And that's why you need a mediator. That's why you have to do meditation and medicines and all these medis, because you don't know how to talk to yourself. You got to have a counselor to talk to yourself. Lord, I must. You don't even know what you sound like and what you feel like no more. And that's why you're getting sick. But that's also how you can get well. If you can hear me, say I'm here. If you can feel me, type I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I ain't yesterday, in a minute ago. I ain't in 10 minutes from now. I ain't in tomorrow. But the brother made me be here. I'm about to scroll to the, but I'm here. I'm thinking about something, but I'm here. I got something literally going on, but I'm here. And what you're doing, that's not affirmation, my people. That's how you regulate your nervous system. That's nervous system orientation. That's how you move and shift it. I'm trying to show this through these airwaves. Okay? How your brain works. How your brain, and you can work it for your wealth. You can work it for your family. We get out wake up time and it's same expectation thing, and we got to get out of this same output mentality. You know, when animals they rest when they tired. Plants don't bloom year round for most of them. Humans are the only ones that override the signals. And that's how your stress is accumulating, because you're storing it. And I told you that stress is not a problem. You need a little stress, but it is the stored stress. And so if somebody can invent anything, it is how to release stress on the daily basis. And you can't pop a pill as much as stress coming. You can't drink a tea as much as stress coming. You can't drink a herb as much as stress coming. You can't pop vitamins and the minerals as much as stress coming. You can't go to church as much as stress coming. You got to learn a different way. It's got to be something that you can do all the time, more than all that other stuff. And that's what we're trying to teach you. That's the thing that we're offering you, is the freeness of understanding thyself. It this the dependency. When you get erased, then you get the dependency erased for information, because now you don't need for them to, you don't have to pay for it. And this stress discharge is fundamentally, hands down, the number one thing popping. This stress discharge is hands down the number one thing popping. It is the best taught Best kept secret, it is the best product known to man, is how you can produce the medicine within yourself that's stronger than any pill, stronger than any herb on planet Earth. And guess what? You don't need sound bowls. You don't need guided meditations. I want to say this again because I know y'all get mad at me when I make these remarks, but we got to be real with the people. Okay? The reason why you don't need a sound bowl is because a sound bowl stimulates your nervous system. So how in the hell can it calm you down? When you got to hear something, you get stimulated. When you got to hear something, you get stimulated, especially if you got to hear it outside the place, because you got to recognize it and try to decipher it. So that's stimulation. If you got to see something, okay, y'all around here doing all this stuff, watching people, all this old craziness, even watching me. You ain't got to watch me. But if you do, I'm stimulating you. How can I be parasympathetic in you? So you're supposed to close your ears. You're supposed to close your eyes. And you're supposed to listen to your own breath, your own heartbeat, and your own vibration through humming. And that is supposed to be the thing, because when you close your eyes, when you close your ears, and when you start to vibrate and all this type of stuff, that signal is different from the external ones. That signal is different from the external ones. Your body responds to that totally different. So now it's not stimulated because I've closed everything. I can now pick up the vibration and the frequency so clear because it's internal, and that vibration is saying, I'm safe. I can go to sleep. I can rest. I'm loved. I'm at peace. I'm in abundance. I'm blessed. I'm healed. I'm okay. Everything is going to be all right. And you get that quicker than trying to hear Shirley Caesar sing it to you. You get that quicker than trying to call your friend to tell it to you. You get that quicker than assuming that mama's supposed to have seen it. You get it quicker when you go inward. You get it quicker when you go inward. When you hear thyself, when you see thyself, you feel thyself. That's when you know thyself. And for a funky, measly $50, this is the education we're offering. Not a product, but a program. What say you? Any questions? Any questions? When we get to this 100K, we're going to do a stress discharge. Okay? I feel you guys need to do a stress discharge. So we're going to do something very quickly. Okay? But you guys got to know that fixes don't last. Okay? You're searching for fixes. Fixes don't last. All right? Fixes don't last. All right? Most of these systems out here are geared toward trying to fix humans. And they're only doing it at the symptom level. But your body don't heal like that. It heals based on the environmental level. And you got to understand how to balance the environment. Your body don't heal off commands. It's not by command. It's by balance of the environment. When your cell is responding to the light and the water and the nutrition. When your nervous system is transitioning from survival to healing. Nobody can heal in urgency. Nobody can heal in emergency. I told you guys, man, healing isn't something you do. It's something you feel. It's heaven. It's the same thing. It's just something that happens to you when the conditions are right. Say this with me real quick before we get to 100K. My body is not failing me. I want you to put that in the chat. My body is not failing me. My body is not failing me. My body isn't failing me. My body isn't failing me. Yes, my body is not failing me. And then I want you to follow that up with that. What's happening is that I want you to put, my body is responding correctly. Put, my body is responding correctly. It ain't failing you. It's warning you. It ain't failing you. It's doing what it was supposed to do. It ain't failing you. It's warning you. And nobody has taught humans how to read themselves. You've been reading about Jesus, but know about glow. You've been reading about Muhammad, but what do you know about Jaquinet? You've been reading about Buddha, but what do you know about LoveThatScrub.com? You've been reading about Dr. Sabi, but what do you know about yourself? No one taught humans how to read themselves. So you've been in codependent state about you since the beginning of time. And you need to know that some days are for thinking, but there are some days that are for feeling. And there are some days for action, just like there are some days for rest. And when you fight the day you're in without knowing, you create friction. But when you move with the day, with knowledge, you create flow. Close your eyes for a moment, you guys, and flow with me. If you can, close your eyes for a moment. Let's flow. Welcome to the experience, where spirit meets science. Close your eyes for a moment. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Close your eyes for a moment. Yes, sir. Somebody out there feeling heavy right now. I can tell I got about 20 people that feel heavy. There are 20 people at least on the live right now. But this is a very good Christmas present for yourself, including family. I always like to look yourself. Okay? So if you're looking for a blueprint on you, if you're looking to detox and lymphatic cleanse and weight loss and blood pressure this and blood sugar this and cancer this, and if you got all this inflammation and arthritis and you just got all this stuff going on for a funky measly $50, let's get this stuff taken care of. Let's stop playing with it. Let's stop doing all these scams. Stand, my brothers and sisters, your commitment is key, and health is a participatory thing. You cannot be passive in your own healing. Now let's simply put our hands on our chest. Thank you. Thank you. I don't care who you believe in. Thank yourself, but just say thank you. Don't say thank yourself. Don't say thank you, God. Just say thank you. Don't even put no destination on it. Let your gratitude be free. You place a hand on your chest, and I want you to place one over your belly. I want us to inhale through our nose and exhale with a hum. And let's just do this to show people that we can reach each other, that we can use this social media for something different. Want to pass around violence, images of wars, images of human hurt. We'll show you images of love, of peace, of healing. And our vibration is going to override your vibration. Oh, you want to go back? Yeah, go back this way. Go back. I think it's going to override yours. Our vibration is going to override your vibration. We're going to change your own algorithms. We know that time ticking. So we understand the value of TikTok. But while time is ticking, we're not just going to show images. So we're going to inhale. On the exhale, you don't try to sing. You don't need no pitch, just natural tone. You don't got to close your eyes, but while you're driving and you're going to get into life actions, and you take 5 and 2 and 3 minutes out your day to release, you'll see that you don't have a whole lot of energy to go home with. You don't have a whole lot of pent up energy to be codependent on your spouse to help you release. You do it yourself, you don't smoke as many cigarettes. You do this yourself throughout the day, you don't drink as many beers. You do this yourself throughout the day, you don't feel sexual anxiety. You do this for yourself, you don't feel so much social anxiety. You do this for yourself throughout the day, and you lessen the coping mechanisms. You do this for yourself throughout the day, and you stay in heaven. I love you guys. Nothing you can do about it. Please go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. And until next time, love HerbMan. Peace, peace, peace. Love you guys. Love you guys. Peace, peace, peace. Stay grounded. Stay focused. Stay grounded. Stay focused. Stay grounded. Stay focused. Don't rush your healing. Don't rush your healing.